Hi there, my name is Dickson Wong. I am an award-winning and multilingual tutor at the Profs, having graduated from the LSE. I specialize in subject tutoring in economics, maths, and Mandarin for GCSE and A levels, as well as the 11 plus, 13 plus, 16 plus ISEB and CAT4 entrance exams for the most competitive UK independent and grammar school admissions. Students that I've tutored have gained entry to or are currently studying in top UK schools such as King's School Wimbledon, St Paul's, Dulwich College, Wycombe Abbey, Cheltenham Ladies College, etc. And in some of the best UK universities like Oxford, Cambridge, the LSE, UCL, KCL, etc. 97% of my A-level students achieve at least a grade B or higher, with 72% achieving A stars and A's. And I boast a 100% success rate when it comes to my GCSE students achieving at least grade 6. Today, I would like to share with you 5 top tips that will help you excel in your upcoming exams. These tips are designed not just to help you study better, but to help to boost your performance when it matters the most. So, listen well, and let's get started. Tip number 1, start early. One of the most common mistakes students make is leaving the revision until too late, and it ends up creating unnecessary pressure and anxiety. By revising early, you engage in continuous learning, which helps move information from short-term memory into long-term memory. One doesn't start training for a marathon the night before the race, and neither should you revising for your final exams. So starting early matters because your brain needs time to absorb and retain information, and cramming the night before doesn't give it enough time for proper learning. Additionally, in more difficult A-level subjects like maths and economics, starting early means you have the luxury of spending extra time on difficult topics, which can be pivotal in said subjects where cumulative knowledge is essential. You'll be able to approach the topics at your own pace, solidify foundational knowledge, and ask questions of your teachers or tutors along the way. Best of all, you'll also be prepared for mini assessments like quizzes, time essays in class, and mocks, and then use them as valuable feedback to identify weakness early. This means you can refine your understanding of the topics as you progress through the course, rather than leaving gaps that could hurt you during the final exam. So here's a suggestion. Why not create a revision timetable that spreads your study across several weeks or even months? Break down your subjects into smaller, manageable sections. Allocate time for each topic with more time spent on the difficult topics than the ones you already knew. And make sure to build in review days over regular intervals to refresh your memory. Tip number 2, active, not passive learning. Have you ever found yourself staring at the same page over and over and over and nothing is going in? Well, then this tip may be for you. Active learning techniques like doing questions and teaching others are scientifically proven to be more effective than just simply reading and listening in terms of information retention. Try a technique called active recall. Instead of passively learning from your note, test yourself regularly. Ask questions like, what are the government's core macroeconomic objectives? Or how do you calculate the probability of an event? Or how do I pronounce 9 in German? Try writing down your answers without peeking at your notes as well. This will force your brain to actively engage with the material and make it more likely that you remember them afterwards, even if you have to subsequently have to refer back to your notes. Also try another technique called spaced repetition. That means reviewing the materials at increasing intervals. For instance, after studying a topic today, review it tomorrow, then a few days later, then a week later, and so on. This will help transfer information from short-term memory to long-term memory. An example might be use a flashcard to write down vocabulary of a language and then seeing how many of these vocabs can you still recall across the set various intervals. Remember, active recalling can challenge your brain and therefore improve memory retention. And spaced repetition push back against the human tendency to forget things when left untapped after a period of time, both of which can help you retain information over the longer period of time. Tip number 3, understanding the exam format and mark schemes. Picture yourself playing a game of chess. Could you ever win the game without knowing the rules first? Then why would you sit for an exam without knowing how it's scored? One of the keys to acing your exams is understanding exactly how you will be assessed. Each subject will have its own exam format, and knowing this in advance can give you the huge advantage. Knowing the format allows you to tailor your revision to what matters most. It's not just about understanding the content, but knowing how to apply them in a way that the examiner wants to see in the exam. Examiners are human beings at the end of the day. They're not mind readers. So they cannot reward what you know if you don't answer in a way that they understand. Different types of questions will need different type of approaches. For example, multiple choice, essays, problem-solving questions, they all have unique demands. And even similar questions across different subjects require different structure. For example, in A-level economics, the way you write a conclusion is definitely not the same as how you write a conclusion in traditional essay subjects like history and English. Pay attention to the command words like evaluate, describe, analyze in the exam questions, because these words will give you clues on how to shape your answer. Tip number 4, practice past papers. Practice is where all your hard work gels together. You wouldn't expect a footballer to play in a cup final without practice prior to match day, would you? So why would you expect students taking the final exam to be any different? There's no better way to prepare for exam than to practice past papers. But beware, this is only valuable to you if you do it under time and exam conditions. This will accomplish 3 things. Familiarity with question types. By doing past papers, you get a feel for the style of questions that are likely to appear in the exam and what the examiner is looking for. Remember to mark your answers afterwards using the official mark schemes to better understand when you could have done better. Familiarity with time pressure. Doing past papers under time conditions will train you to manage your time effectively. Aim to complete each paper using the same amount of time that you will have in the actual exam. The more your practice section mirrors what you will face on the day, the more you will reap the benefit of the training, including the ability to handle pressure and reduce anxiety. Familiarity with concepts. Understanding a concept at the first instant is not enough. You need to apply that knowledge through regular practice to ensure that it sticks. On the topics that you find more difficult, aim to complete more questions than usual. So, focus on understanding your mistakes and gaps in knowledge when you review your answers, and then use those mistakes as a guide for what to revise further. The more you practice, the more your brain will recognize patterns in questions, which will help you respond quickly and accurately in the exam. Practice different types of questions. Practice them under time conditions. And practice past papers. Tip number 5, stay positive and strike balance. Look, your brain, body, and mindset are all part of your body that you need to look after in order to be in good shape for the exam. If you're physically exhausted, mentally stressed, and not eating properly to give your brain the fuel that it needs, you could spiral into working for consecutive hours without break, rendering your revision session counterproductive. Your brain is a muscle, so it can only focus effectively for so long before it starts to tire. This is why it's crucial to strike balance in your study sessions with short breaks and self-care. Here's how to do it. Number 1, use the 50-10 rule. That means study for 50 minutes and then take a 10-minute break, and then repeat. After 3 cycles, take a longer 20-minute break. This method will keep your brain sharp and help you maintain concentration once you decide to resume your revision sessions. 2, stay healthy. That means incorporate physical activity into your daily routine. Drink lots of water and eat a healthy diet. Your brain and mind needs this fuel in order to boost your concentration and maintain a good mood for revision. 3, 8 hours sleep. This is a non-negotiable, and this is speaking from first-hand experience. While cramming the night before might seem tempting, a lack of sleep harms your ability to retain information and perform well in the exams. And it also forces you to maintain your discipline, knowing that any time you waste during the day could not be clawed back later on by working extra late into the evening. 4, positive influence. Surround yourself with these positive influence, friends, family, or even just videos or quotes that keep you motivated. Remind yourself of past successes. Say, if you've done well in the mock exam, if you score high in an assignment, if you got a pat of the back from doing a good homework, remind yourself of that. And then tell yourself that yes, you can do it again in the actual exam. Also try using visualization techniques, for their powerful way to build your exam confidence. Imagine yourself walking into the exam room, calm, with a big smile on your face, and confidently acing the exam. That imagery will give you a lot of confidence in preparation for that. So please remember, regular breaks, staying healthy, sufficient sleep, positive influence, all of this will keep the burnout away and maximize your cognitive function throughout this long revision exam season. What good is it acing an exam anyway if it comes at the cost of your well-being? If you found this video to be useful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel where we give tutors like you the insider knowledge that you need to get ahead at school and helping you get the best grades possible. Together, we will help you fight to reach your academic goals. And if you would like to improve your exam performance, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me or with our team of professionals. The contact information should be on the screen right now. I'm Dickson from the Profs. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the very best of luck with your studies.